today I'm going to continue with the same module that quality systems. Number 8, there is a measurement analysis and just before. That is how to use or what are the various measurement terms, what are the various quality terms, and what are the various analysis part that is available in the quality systems. That is the measurement analysis and the first part is a measurement that is available for the database. Then there is the analysis and there is the improvement. There are two parts: measurement, analysis, and improvement process. And there can be no improvement where there are no standards. There is no standard, there are no improvement. For example, ISO 9000 standard, so there is no standard. Standard every measurement tries out for the constant revision and the upgrade. So there is a constant revision, that means that have to be upgraded automatically whenever there is a new term that is used with the concept. Then next is a summary of the requirements. So measurement, analysis, and improvement process are vital to the achievement of the quality. So whatever the quality process that is achieved, that is represented by the measurement, analysis, and the improvement process. So the topic is what are the various requirements, that is a summary of the requirements of the people, or the summary of the requirements of the measurement, analysis, and the improvement process that are vital to the achievement of the quality. So whenever we measure, whenever we analyze, and whenever we improve the various processes that are vital to the various processes or that are vital to the achievement of the quality. Until we measure using the devices of known integrity, we know little about a process or its outcome. That is, what are the various processes, or what are the various outcomes of the process, what is the output of that process. But if we measure using instruments, so what are the instruments that is available. So if we measure using the instruments that are unfit for the purpose, we will be misled by the result. That is, whatever the result that is available, misled, or that whatever the result that I'm using. That quality will be referred, or that improvement will be referred as a measurement technique. So analysis of the facts. So whatever the analysis, whatever that is available, that will be used, or that will tell us whether the target can be met using the same methods or the better method, whether the target is the right target to aim for. So whatever the target that is available, that is the right target that is available, that is the aim for. And the measurement target to compare the result of measurement are the measurement without any measurement without any various target that is available, for the target to compare the result of the value that is available with the measurement concepts. And target should always be focused on the purpose. So that means whatever the target that is available, that should be focused on the purpose. What is the main purpose of recording? What is the main purpose of doing so? So that through the chain of the measures from the corporate objective to component dimensions. So whatever the corporate objective, whatever the corporate dimensions, there is a soundly based relationship. So there is a sound relationship, there is a good relationship between the target, measures, and there is a sound based relationship between the target, measures, objective, and the purpose of the organization, process, or product. So whatever the process, whatever the target that is available, that is used for the purpose, that is used for the purpose of the organization, process, or the product. And measurement tells us whether there has been a change in the performance or not. So if we measure something, so there is a change in the performance or not, that is a measurement. And change is the cause. It exists in everything and caused by the physical, social, or economic forces. So whatever the courses, whatever the thing that is available that is used for the physical, social or the economic forces, and we measure, and when we measure the same parameter on different items, so whatever the different item that is available, so we expect the slight variation. So whenever we measure the same parameter on different items, if there are multiple parameters, multiple items, so we can expect the slight variation. However, if we measure the same parameter using the same device, we might not expect there to be a change. So we might not expect what are the various changes that is available, but the inaccuracies inherent in the measuring system will lead to the variation in the reading. So whatever the variation that is available, that will lead the variation in the reading part. And to understand change, we need to understand its causes. So whatever the cause, whatever the data that is available, we need to change the causes, we need to understand the causes. And some change is represented by variation about a norm. So whatever the norm, whatever the changes that is available, that is a variable or that is available at a norm by the variation about a norm, and it's predictable. So whatever the content, whatever the data that is available, that is predictable in the sense that is natural phenomenon of a process, and that is acceptable limit that is tolerable. And measurement, analysis, and the improvement are strictly sub-processes within the each business process. So within each business process, if there are multiple processes, this is the or the these three processes, or these three, that is the measurement, analysis, and improvement, that are the sub-processes within the each business process. However, parent processes will often capture the data from monitoring and measurement with sub-processes. So whatever the sub-process, whatever the data that is available, that is used to capture the data. And this may happen when assessing a variety of data from individual processes to determine the customer satisfaction. That is, what is customer satisfaction, how it is used, and how to cause a problem that is used for the wide improvement programs. Now, it should not be assumed that Section 8 includes all the requirements on the measurement, analysis, and improvement. And the measuring and the monitoring is also addressed by. So whatever the measuring, whatever the measurement, whatever the monitoring tool that is available, that is also addressed by the management representative in the context of reporting on the system performance, that is how to report on the system performance. Then management review in context of reviewing the system adequacy. So one is management representative, one is a management review, then control of control of monitoring and measuring devices, that is, or how to control the monitoring and the measuring devices. Then design and the development verification, that is the next part. And then there is a design and the development validation, then verification of the purchase product. So these are the few terms that is addressed by the measurement and the monitoring. So whenever we monitor something, so there is a very So there is a verification, validation that is available. So there are two terms, measurement and the monitoring. So for measurement purpose, we have to measure the content. We have to measure for the system adequacy, system performance, and for the verification and the validation, that is the monitoring concept. There is a design and development verification, then design and development validation. Then verification of the purchase product, that is how to verify with the purchase product. Now, so there are these 6 points that is used for the measurement and the monitoring, that is addressed by the measurement and the monitoring. Then analysis, that is also addressed by the management review. So the analysis is addressed, or analysis is also addressed by the management review. Then in the context of changes that could affect the management system, that is a management review. Then control of the design and the development changes. So whatever the control that is available, that is used for the design and the development changes in the context of the evaluation to the effects of change. So whatever the effects, whatever the changes that is available, that is used to control the design and the development changes. Then control of monitoring and the measuring devices in the context of measurement system. So whenever we measure, so there is a control of the measuring and the monitoring devices. Now, these are the measurement and the monitoring. Then there is the analysis. Then there is the improvement. And for improvement purpose, that is also addressed by the management review. Then control of the design and the development changes. Then internal communication. Then provision of the resources in context of the resources that is needed. So whatever the resources that is available, that is needed. So there is a provision of the resources that is used for the whatever resources that is available for continuous improvement. So these are the few parts that is addressed by the improvement. That is the management review. Then control of the design, Then there is the internal communication, then provision of the resource. Now the next part is monitoring, measurement, analysis, and improvement processes. Whatever the terms, whatever the concept that is used for monitoring, that is used for measurement, that is used for analysis and improvement processes. So standard requires the organization to plan and implement the monitoring, measuring, analysis, and improvement processes that are needed to demonstrate the conformity of the product, including the determination of applicable methods such as the statistical techniques and the extent of their use. So whatever the standard that is required by the organization that is used to plan and implement the monitoring tools, measurement tools, analysis, and the improvement processes that is used to carry out the product, that is used to include the determination of the applicable system that is used. That is applicable method that is used for the so whatever the information, whatever the data that is available that is used for the extent of the information that is used by. Now, what is the meaning of the measurement, or why it is required? What is the meaning of this one? So the requirement for monitoring, measurement, analysis, and improvement process to be planned means these activities should not be left to change. That means these activities are not able to change. That is, they are not left to chance. It is ought that the requirements are limited to the process. So it is ought that the processes are limited that is available. So what is the meaning of the monitoring? What is the meaning of the measurement, analysis, and improvement processes? So what is the meaning of this one that is used for? Yeah, Benjamin, is it audible to you right now? Hello. Yeah, Benjamin, is it audible to you right now? Hello. Yeah, are you able to hear me, Benjamin? Hello. Hello. Yeah, are you able to get me, Benjamin? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, now voice is clear to you? This is perfect. Okay, so shall I continue the session? Okay, okay. And Benjamin, how are you? First of all, everything is okay? Everything is going well, Benjamin? Any doubts, any confusion till now? Yeah, come again. Where were you in the last days? What happened to you? Everything is okay? Whatever the requirements, whatever the phases that is used for the monitoring, that is used for the analysis, that is used for the improvement, that is available with the concept, that is available with use for the measurement, analysis, and the improvement processes, that is plan means there is a chance, there is a left activity that is carried out with the requirements, with the changes, and that is limited to the processes that is needed to demonstrate the conformity of the process. It means whenever we measure, whenever we analyze, whenever we improve the various processes that is monitored, that is available in the organization with every process. This is one of the best examples that is given over here. If the training processes are not available, or if the training processes are not monitored, untrained staff could produce non-conformity products. For example, if I'm not the experienced trainer, for example, the best example is me. I'm untrained trainer or the staff that is available. You are not able to get anything. So you are complaining that yes, that is not available. That is not the class is not going well. You can complain to everyone, or you can complain to my concerned person. Your concerned person with the Mercury solution. This is one of the best example. So everything is going to be monitored, analysis from time to time, within time to time. All right. And if the management processes are not monitored, so this is for the from the training point of view, and if there is a problem in the management process, like your fees issue, that is not monitored properly, so there is a result that is producing that processes may relieve the various resources. So, for example, your fees is pending. What do you say? That is low, but now it is activated the LMS. That is a scenario is okay. So there are result producing processes that is available with the lack of the resources, and consequently impact the product. And the monitoring process identifying in this the standard that are needed to demonstrate the conformity of the product. Now, what are the various changes that is available with this one? That is monitoring of the customer satisfaction. So there is a monitoring of the customer satisfaction, that is the customer will be satisfied. So there will be proper monitoring, there will be proper challenges that is available for the proper customer satisfaction. Then monitoring of the product, including the design and the development review. That is what are the various design phases that is available, what are the various outcomes, what are the various, we can say the design reviews, development reviews that is available. So we can monitor the product, we can monitor the customer satisfaction, whether the customer is satisfied or not. So there are multiple processes that is available for the various operations and operating conditions under the periodic or the continual observations. There is a proper condition, there is the operating condition that is available, that is used for the non-conformity, that is used for the conformity of the various challenges that is to be altered before they occur. So this is to, so some action will be taken to prevent the non-conformity. Non-conformity means as per the standards, or we say as per the expected result, the result is not available. Okay, Benjamin, very good. So typical monitoring processes are employed. That means typical monitoring processes are checked out or are used to check that machines are functioning correctly or not. So whether the machines are functioning correctly or not, that processes are under the statical control, that there are no serious bottlenecks or no other condition that may cause abnormal performance. So that may cause abnormal performance. So there are statical control, there are no serious bottleneck or other conditions. The measurement processes identified in the standard that are needed to demonstrate conformity of the product are. So what are the various measurement processes that are identified in the standards? So first is measurement of the product including. So what are the various terms that is used for included in the measurement? Then design and development verification. Then what are the various terms that is used for the design and the development? Then what is the validation? So now what is the difference between the validation and the verification? Now there are multiple phases in the system development. Listen, there are multiple phases in the system development. Verification occurs at every phase of the module, but validation occurs at the right or at the end of the product. So there are two terms. Are we building the right product? That means we are going through with the various phases, check whether all the phases are going well or not. That means output of each phase is analyzed properly. Validation means, are we building the product right? First is right product, now product right. That means after making the product, after building the product, we have to check whether we are building the product right or not. Then verification of the purchased product, then control of monitoring and the measuring devices. That is how we can control, how we can measure the term, that is control of the monitoring and the measuring devices. So these are the few terms that are needed to demonstrate the conformity. That is how we can confirm that whether the products are conformed or no. That is the measurement of the product, including design development verification, validation, verification of the purchased product, then control of monitoring and the measuring devices. And these are the some processes that determine the characteristics of the product. That is, what are the various features of the product in order to establish whether the product meets the defined requirement or not. So whether the objective that is available, whether the product that meets the defined requirement or not, that is one of the main aim, that is one of the main concerns that is used with this one. And typical measurement processes involve the physical measurement of a product. That means whenever we are talking about the measurement product, that means the physical measurement of a product using the inspection, test or demonstration. So whenever we inspect, whenever we test, or whenever we use the demonstration techniques or non-physical measurement of the resources using the observation or the examination technique. So whatever the examination technique, whatever the data that is available, that is used for the observation, that is used for the measurement of the service. These processes are found in design, production, and service delivery operations. So whatever the processes that are available, that are found in the design process, that are found in the production, that are found in the service delivery operations. And the analysis process that is identifying the standard to demonstrate the conformity of the product. So what are the various analysis processes that are identified? The first is the design and the development review. That is how we can design and how we can develop the review. That is the design and the development review. Then there is a corrective action. That is how we can use a corrective action. Then there is a preventive action. So these are the three terms that is available with this one. First one is design and development review. Then there is a corrective action, then there is a preventive action. So these are the three terms that is identifying in the standard to demonstrate the conformity of the product. And these are those processes that are carried out, that are used as a conformity of the product, as a building of the product that is available with. So that converts the product data into the knowledge from which the decisions of conformity against the prescribed standards can be made. So whatever the prescribed standard, whatever the standard that is available, that is used with the decision of the, or that is used with the decision of the conformity. And there is a typical analysis processes that are chemical and microbiological analysis to ascertain the properties or composition of a substance. So whatever the chemical substances, whatever the data that is available, that is used for the microbiological analysis, that is used for properties and composition of a substance. Stress analysis to ascertain what are the various terms that is used for this one. And the improvement processes are going on. So there is improvement processes that are needed to demonstrate the conformity of the product. That are those processes that eliminate. Eliminate means the remove of the processes that cause the non-conformity. So we can improve the concept by eliminating the cause of the non-conformity and prevent their occurrences. These include the corrective action processes and preventive action processes. And there are various ways of monitoring, measuring, and analyzing the things, and some better methods are better than the others. That means there are various methods of the monitoring, there are various methods of the measuring and the analysis things that is available. And the standard requires that applicable methods to be determined, and one field of data collection and analysis that can be used to demonstrate the conformity of the product. That means whatever the term, whatever the concept that is used for data collection and analysis that can be used to demonstrate the conformity of the product, that is to use the statistical technique. So whatever the technique that is available, that is used to get the technique, that is used to behave the technique in this. Now, these techniques, whatever the technique that is used to, what are the techniques names, such as the Pareto analysis, histograms, correlation diagrams, metric analysis, and are regarded as a statistical technique. But although numerical data is used, so whatever the numerical data, whatever the term that is used, so that is used is the probability that theory involved. So there is a probability theory involved, or whatever the technique that is using, so there is a probability theory involved, and these techniques are used for problem solving, not for making the product verification, not for making the product acceptance decision. And other techniques that are used, such as the SPC, reliability prediction, and maintainability prediction, that uses the probability theory. So some techniques are using the probability theory, but some techniques are not using the probability theory to provide a result that may not be absolute fact, but which is most probable result that can be deduced from the facts about a product or a number of the products. So whatever the concept that is used for the number of the products, or the what are the various facts that is used about a product. Now, why it is necessary? So what is the main requirement of this one? The requirement respond to the, or this requirement respond to the factual approach principle. So there is a factual approach principle that is respond, or that requirement will be respond to the factual approach principle. So monitoring, measurement, analysis, and improvement processes are necessary to control the quality, cost, and delivery of output. So whenever we are using the monitoring, measuring, analysis, and improvement, that could cause, or that could increase the that could control the quality, cost, delivery of output. And where the monitoring and the measurement process is needed to demonstrate the conformity that are performed, they also form the part of the plan. So whatever the plan out, whatever the intention that is used to discover whether the product conforms to the requirement or not. So whatever the product that is available that is not conform to the requirement, that should be planned so that the information is passed through the analysis processes onto the decision maker, so that the decisions on the product fixability are made on the basis of the fact and not the opinion. So whatever the fact, whatever the opinion that is available, that is used for the conformity of the product. And how it is implemented? So what are the various ways by which we can implement them? So first is planning, the monitoring, measurement, and the analysis. processes. That is, what are the various products that is available with the planning, or we have to plan the monitoring, measurement, and analysis process. So whether the monitoring or measuring, the processes are very similar. So whenever or whatever the tool that we are using, whether we are using the processes tool, whether we are using the series tool, so whatever the process that is used, so that is used to plan the monitoring, measurement, and the analysis process. So first part is the characteristics to be measured or monitored. That is the features that is to be measured and monitored or monitored, then the units of the measure, that is how we can measure, then standard or specification to be achieved. So what are the various standards, what are the various specification that is to be achieved, then sensors for detecting the variance, whatever the sensor that is used for detecting the variance, then human and the physical resources, that is what are the various human resources, physical resources that is used to collect, analyze, transmit, and presenting the data. This is one of the important concepts, that is how to use the human and the physical resources that is used to collect the data, analyze the data, transmit the data, and present the data. The next is interpretation and verification of the result. That is how we can interpret and how we can verify the results. Then decision on the action needed. So whatever the decision that is available that is needed in this one, and taking the action, that is how we can take the action that is available with this. And some of these elements were addressed, or the address that is used under the control of this one that is available in this one. And in the planning process, the monitoring and the measurement processes that are needed to demonstrate the conformity of the product, the first thing is to identify the characteristics. That is, what are the various characteristics that is available, that is used to demonstrate the concept, that is used to make the concept of the product that is going to be confirmed. And a useful approach is to develop for each product a verification matrix. So there is a verification matrix that identifies the requirement that is to be achieved, the level at which the requirement is achieved, and the method to be employed. So whatever the method that is employed, that is used for employing that concept, that is used to employ the achievement part, that is available to employ the results. And other requirements may need to be reconfirmed on each product, that is what are the various products that is available with this. Now, what are the various operations that is available in this one? These operations I'm going to take after the break. So let's take a small break of 10 minutes and come back to discuss these operations. Let's take a break right now. So there are multiple operations that is carried out. So that is used. So first of all comes the break. So various operations that is carried out, like the various operation description, and there is characteristics, and there is specification, and there is a measurement technique. So what are the various operation description, that is how we can use the operations, then what are the various characteristics, that is a feature, then there is a specification, that is how we can specify the term that is used in this one. Then there is a measurement technique. So what are the various measurement techniques that is available with the manufacturing operations? So what are the various measurement operations that is carried out, that is used for the measurement techniques. Then sample size and the frequency, that is what are the various sample sizes, what are the various frequency terms that is used with this one. Then there is a control method, that is what are the various control method that is used with the frequency, that is used with the controlling terms. Then there is a reaction plan, that is what are the various plans that is used for the reaction. So what are the various plans that is used for the reaction, what to do in the event of the non-conformity. And for each production in the process, there should be a process specification that is used, and that defines the standard operating condition that need to be maintained, and the means by which the variations in these conditions is to be detected. That is, what are the various conditions that is detected in this one, what are the various terms, what are the various variations that is detected in the condition, that is used in the condition, that provides a visual understanding, visual indication of operating conditions, and the specification that should also indicate the frequency of the checks if they are located remote from the operator. So if they are located remote from the locator, how it is used, how it is carried out. Then determining the measurement method, that is how to determine the measurement method. What are the various operating techniques, statistical techniques that should identify, or that should identify the need for them. Then determining the measurement method. So the next topic is process to ensure the conformity of the management processes. That is, what are the various processes that are able to ensure, that is how we can ensure the conformity of the resources. That is or what are the various tools that is able to or that are used to ensure the conformity of the measurement system. That is how we can measure, how we can make the concept that is fruitful in this one. So that is processes to ensure the conformity or processes to ensure the conformity of the management system, how we can conform. This topic I'm going to take it in the next class, that is in the tomorrow's class. So that's all for today's session. Thank you so much everyone for listening me. The tomorrow's class I'm going to take this topic, that is